my channel. Thanks so much for clicking on this video. So today is going to be a first impressions tryout of new makeup, and I'm trying out the new Pauline Cosmetics My Colour Foundation. Pauline Cosmetics is a Kenyan brand if you don't know, and they just launched their premier foundation, which is the My Colour Foundation, and I'm going to be trying that out today. I managed to get me a bottle of this, and I am going to be doing kind of like a first impression stroke review in this video to let you know what I think about this foundation and kind of like my first thoughts on it. So if that sounds like something that you would be interested in, then definitely keep hanging around. But before the video starts, please make sure to hit the subscribe button. Yes, go ahead, do it right now if you haven't already. Join the fam gang. It would be lovely to have you be part of this little beauty community family that we've got here on YouTube. So go ahead and hit the subscribe button. Otherwise, if you would like to see my thoughts on this foundation, then just keep watching. Alrighty then, so I am just going to quickly prime my skin. Oops. And I'm going to use the NYX Angel Veil. I don't know what's happening to me lately. I'm kind of switching up my primers, not really using my mattifying ones and going into pore filling ones. Probably to do with my skin rebalancing and not being so oily anymore. Well, hold on, let me not claim that. It's probably just for the very time being, and then once my hormones settle out, I'll be back to oily. But while I'm not too oily, then I am using this primer, which is why I'm looking a bit ashy. Alright, so a little bit about this foundation. It just very recently launched. Pauline Cosmetics just put out 7 shades of their premier foundation shade. If you don't know, Pauline Cosmetics is a Kenyan-owned cosmetics brand, and they've released brushes, powders, lipsticks so far, and now they have released a foundation into the market. So this is the My Colour Liquid Foundation, 13ml, and it's a matte formulation. It comes in a glass bottle like this with a black lid and a pump. Oh my god, yes, I love the fact that they included a pump in this. So I am the shade MC703. So the colours, which is the 3rd darkest shade. So they have 7 shades in total, and they start off with 01, which is the darkest shade that they have. Then they have 02, 03, all the way up to 07, and I am at 03. So just to let you know where I am on the spectrum if you're colour matching yourself to me. This is kind of, so the shade MC703 is like a golden neutral. It's not super warm, but it does have enough yellow in it to pick up on some of the yellow that I have going on in my skin, but it's not swaying it too far to like mess me up, right? So I'm just gonna pump a bit of this onto the back of my hand. So 2 pumps I've done there to start off with, and I'm going in with my favourite brush, which is I'm going in with my favourite brush at the moment, which is this AOA Studio Flat Top Kabuki brush. So I'm just going to pick up a little bit of that on there and then just start to get right on my face. I actually sent somebody to get this foundation for me. I didn't go in myself, but I managed to shade match myself, I think quite successfully. Alright, so first impressions, it has a scent. I don't like it. Yeah, I just had to get that out of the way. There's no other way to say it. I was trying to be like, ugh, as I was applying it, but it has quite a strong scent, and I wish they hadn't put that in. It smells, I don't know how to explain the smell. It smells just heavily fragranced, and I'm not a fan of that too much in my foundation. I'm hoping that that's gonna settle in and I won't be able to smell it, but as I apply this, it feels like a lot. Formulation wise, it's quite a thick formula in terms of how it applies onto the back of my hand, and even how it's applying onto my face, but it is super high coverage. I mean, this is covering up all my sins. So if you are looking for something to cover you up, then this is probably that girl. It says it's a matte formula, and just looking at how it is applying, I feel like that's definitely going to be the case. It's going to be a matte formulation. I wonder how this will wear during the day, because it is quite a heavy one. I wonder whether my oils will start to kind of force themselves through, because they're feeling, my skin's going to feel kind of suffocated. Although once it's on, it doesn't feel excessively heavy, but I can definitely feel as though I have foundation on. This coverage is insane. I do like a high coverage though, you guys know that. The colour is actually quite good. Not too red, not too yellow. It's just the right amount of neutral. I'm really liking that. I wonder what this would have applied like with if I put it on with a sponge. I suspect that this will apply even more beautifully with a sponge, just because it will shear it out a little bit more and kind of make it look more skin-like. But just with that foundation on, I am really liking what that looks like. Right, I'm going to go in now and do my concealer, which is completely dried out practically. So that's C13. I'm going to have to go over that with a little bit of C12 just to brighten things up just a tad. And I am going to go in with this brush from Real Techniques. So the price point on this is actually really good. It retails for 1,500 shillings, which I think is really fair, considering you do get the whole 30 mils of product. I think they priced it right for the Kenyan market. And I really enjoy that they have, even though they only have 7 shades, I really enjoy that they have catered for a wide spectrum of shades. Because looking at the swatches that I've seen on the Pauline Cosmetics Instagram page, the darkest one is really, really nice and richly dark, and the lightest one can cover, you know, some of the fairer skin tones that are out there in that are out there. So for me, that seemed like honestly something amazing. So to set my under eyes, I'm going to go in with RCMA No Colour Powder. Okay, time for some blush. And for blush, I'm going to go in with the Milani Baked Blush in the shade Rose Doro, which is basically rose gold. Looks like that, so pretty. And I'm just going to put some of that on the apples of my cheeks, just to pick up on some of that reflection that I've got going on in my eyes. Or on my eyes rather, not in my eyes. Time for a little bit of contour, and I'm going in with LA Girl powder in the shade Cocoa. Okay, for lips, I'm going to line my lips with the NYX pencil in the shade Vintage. And I'm going to sweep a little bit of this Huddah Cosmetics gloss on top in the shade Brown Sugar. Okay, so this is the finished look with the foundation and the rest of my face on. So you guys saw me apply the foundation. You can see now what it looks like on. What do you think? I think I have a couple of thoughts on this foundation. So in terms of packaging, I really like this packaging. The glass bottle. I love the fact that it comes with a pump. That is so handy. Like, we are so over this shaking bottles, tapping them out onto the back of our hands nonsense. So if it can come with a pump, that is stellar. So I'm the shade MC703, and as I said earlier, the Pauline foundations start from the lowest number being the darkest shade, and the higher the number, the lighter the colour is. So lower number darker, higher number lighter. I think that's a borrowing kind of from the beauty bakery way of doing things, that we're so fed up as black people as being the darkest on the spectrum, and you have to be like, oh yeah, I'm number like 597, and then somebody else is like, oh yeah, I'm 300. So it's kind of like we're last thought of. But in this way, we're kind of looking at the darker colours first and then moving on to the light. It's a small gesture, but it does actually mean a lot for especially people like me who until a few years ago, sometimes I wouldn't even found it. Who even up to a couple of years ago, I wouldn't even find a foundation shade that could match me in a lot of brands. So to be able to be not just the darkest, and to be the third darkest out of 7, and to also be thought of first in terms of numbers, is actually really nice. So I really do appreciate that. I love that this is a Kenyan brand, and I love supporting Kenyan brands, Kenyan made things, Kenyan beauty especially, given that I'm working in this field. So for me, this is fantastic from Pauline. This is actually the first product that I'm trying out from Pauline Cosmetics. I wasn't too wowed, shall I say, or intrigued to try out anything else, but I'm really happy that they did launch this foundation. Colour match wise, this is insane. I think, I'm not even lying, but I think this is probably one of the closest colour matches I have ever found in any foundation that I've tried, hands down. I mean, that's not even exaggerating. It's got just enough gold in it, just enough neutral in it, so it doesn't lean too much either way. It just looks like my skin, and I love that. So thumbs up to Pauline Cosmetics for getting that right. Hats off to you guys, honestly. The price point for this foundation is, as I said, 1,500 shillings, super affordable. I think that's drugstore price basically. So I would say if you can, and you can find your shade, then definitely go out and grab you a bottle of this. I'm going to see how it's going to perform in terms of long-term wear, how it holds up, whether it breaks down, and what I think of it. And you'll see if I do like it, I'll keep using it in my tutorials, or I'll mention it maybe on my Insta stories. The only downside for me, as you know, is the scent. I really don't like overpowering smells in my face products and makeup products. I don't really feel like it's necessary. Like, let my body smell juicy and glamorous and all that jazz, but my face just needs to be my face. Especially because of fragrance, people can react to fragrance in different ways, and people can break out from fragrances as well. And so that's just one thing I wish, I don't know if you're going to be watching this, Pauline Cosmetics, but do you have to have the scent? Maybe you can take it out in future batches. I think that would be really good. Yeah, so I'll let you know how I get on with this foundation, and I'll let you know what I think as it goes on. But so far, so good, and I would recommend that you get it. Details of where you can buy this are available on Pauline Cosmetics Instagram page. So just go down and check out the captions in them, and you can see where to grab this. But I think Super Cosmetics have this. But I think they're saying that these are stocked at Super Cosmetics, and this came from another shop in town called Sterling Cosmetics on Aga Khan Walk, so you can go check that out as well. Yeah, so that brings us to the end of the video. Guys, thanks so much for hanging out. Please make sure to hit the subscribe button and thumbs up and the notification bell as well if you want to get notified on when I upload. Otherwise, I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.